sort of. It's the Trop at St. Pete. Sold out. Rays looking to sweep the Red Sox, open up a 3.5-game division lead in the process. Dustin Pedroia just can't get the guy out. Here at the top of the first, that's his 9th home run. He had 8 all of last season. I said he can't get him out. Just ask Scott Kazmir. 11 for 19 career against Kazmir, making 12 for 20 now. That's a triple in the third. Top of the 5th. Here's Pedroia making 13 for 21 against Kazmir. .619 batting average. He had a home run, triple, and double his first 3 at-bats. Bottom 7, Rays were down 4-1. Akinori Iwamura, they're going to call that an infield single. Jason Bartlett scores, and okay, it's 4-2. So had a Craig Hansen with the bases loaded, nobody out. He walks Carlos Pena. Rays are down 4-3, and the Brooms are back. Next batter, Evan Longoria. This guy's for real. A 2-run double to left center. He had 3 hits and 3 RBIs. He has 18 RBIs in his last 15 games, and the Rays take the lead. Staying in the 7th, an inning that seemed to last forever. Javier Lopez pitching and Jason Bartlett hitting. He's got a 7-game hitting streak. 2 more score, and it's 7-4 Tampa Bay. Top of the 8th, Pedroia needs a single for the cycle. What are you doing? Stop it first. You can't do that, of course.
That's Ricky Davis.
He'll take the RBI double. Julio Lugo scores. Pedroia 4 for 5. Home run, triple, 2 doubles. His 4th 4-hit game of the season. Top 9, Dan Wheeler on to close it out with no Troy Percival. And Kevin Youkilis, the drive to deep center. What a grab by B.J. Upton. Goes as a sac fly at 7-6. Jason Varitek with Mike Lowell running. They have the hit and run on, and Varitek fouls one off. Later in the at-bat, hit and run is on again. And this time they don't hit really or run. Varitek the swing and miss. Lowell is thrown out by Deano Navarro. And then the at-bat would continue, and Wheeler would strike out Varitek looking. Rays 6 in the 7th to get the sweep before Longoria could crush the spread. He talked it over with our Aaron Andrews. Cubs were playing Wednesday night, paying a visit to the Giants.
At home,
in the bottom of the 3rd, 1-0 Chicago, bases loaded. Aaron Rowand strikes out. Dempster gets him to get out of the jam. Jim Edmonds with a man on second at the top of the 6th. Get out of town. That's Edmonds' 9th. And it's 3-0 in favor of the Cubs. On to the bottom of the 6th. Dempster facing John Balker with a man on. And Balker splashed down into McCovey Cove. And all of a sudden it's 3-2. Make it 5-2. Bottom of the 7th. Ray Durham puts a charge into 1. His 3rd. Tied at 5. Dempster again will not win away from the friendly confines of Wrigley Field. Mike Fontenot off Tyler Walker at the top of the 8th. 6-5 Chicago. Next question, can they hang on? In the bottom of the 9th.
just not used to seeing this.
6-5 in favor of the Cubs. Jose Castillo's on 3rd after a triple. Kerry Wood to Fred Lewis. Gets him with the 99-mile-an-hour cheese. Dials it down a bit to 98 miles an hour and then takes something off it. Oh, yeah, indeed. The Cubs win in thrilling fashion in San Francisco.
Mets and Cardinals. Pedro Martinez on the bump for New York. Pete just 2-2, an ERA of more than 7. Goodness. Home half of the first. Cards already up 1-0. Troy Gloss mashing for the Redbirds. That's pretty straightaway center field. His 12, 4-0 Cards. Martinez 5 innings pitched, 7 hits, 5 earned. Bottom 8, Cards are now trailing 7-5. Chris Duncan pinch hitting with 1 on against Pedro Feliciano. How many guys you got in that pen named Pete? We'll hit off all of them. We're tied at 7, 6 of the season for Duncan. Bottom 9, still 7-all, 1 out. Rick Ankiel, hold deep. Will it be gone? Will the game be over? Carlos Beltran says, seriously, that's 2 outs. Let's play some more. Next guy up, Troy Gloss. We saw him with the big 3-run dinger. You know what? This moonshot could end it as well. And Chavez this time is going to get his chance to keep it going. And at the wall, he makes the leap. No. Go homer for Gloss. Look how close that thing came. Oh, my goodness. Gloss, second homer of the night, is a go homer. Cards win at 8-7. The Mets now 7.
Sox started a little late, 24-minute rain delay, and then Chicago resumed its quest to sweep CC Sabathia in Cleveland. Who knows how many more times we'll see CC in a Tribe uniform. A.J. Brzezinski saw him just fine. It's a 6th home run of the season, tied at 1. 2 batters later, off CC, get out of town. Jermaine Dye, his 19th. Palos up 2-1. Tied at 3 in the 6th. Nobody on. Grady Sizemore launches one off Jose Contreras. Sizemore leads the American League with 20 home runs. Grady Sizemore. Down 5-4. Sizemore jumps on the high changeup from Scott Linebrink. Different pitcher, same result, make it 21 on the season. Rain pouring down, bottom of the 10th, knotted at 5. It's Pierzynski, up and out of Masahide Kobayashi. A walk-off home run for Pierzynski and the White Sox. With Phillies and the Braves, you know how good Atlanta is at home, right? 28-15, but they're, 0-4 when the Phillies come to play at Turner Field. Ryan Howard with 2 on, get out, while Jorge Campillo, Howard's 21st of the season. Pat Burrell would also hit his 21st home run. To the 8th, Braves down 5-2, but it's chipper time off J.C. Romero. That's his 17th homer of the season, only second right-handed this season, 403rd of his career, 40th against the Phils. Chipper hitting .391 after going 1 for 4, but what a one. Brad Lynch facing Mark Teixeira, bases loaded. If it's fair, it's a grand slam and a tie game. But you see the foul pole, that's a foul ball. And then Lynch in the end wouldn't get Teixeira swinging. Braves lose. So the Phillies win their 5th in a row at Turner Field.
Nationals Marlins day game, a little afternoon Florida thunderstorm thrown in. There you go, 87 degrees, partly cloudy. That just screams it's going to rain, doesn't it? Top second, no score, 1 out, 2 on. Paul LaDuca, little 2-run single, little bingo. Aaron Boone, Ronnie Belliard score 2-0 Nats. And the storm clouds ever more ominous. Alfredo Amezaga steps up to bat, and Laz Diaz says no. Thunder, everybody run for cover. A few Florida fans sticking it out, getting ready when the game resumes. Bottom 7, Marlins down 2-1. Alfredo Amezaga one more time, finally hitting. Alfredo Amezaga! An hour and a half rain delay. And Amezaga steps up and hits one out. I know it was you, Fredo. You broke my heart. You broke my heart. Marlins win it. No fight win. Yanks in danger of getting swept by Texas. Sidney Ponson 4-1 in 9 starts with the Rangers. 1-0 with the Yanks. Top third, we're tied at 1. Josh Hamilton singles to center. RBIs number 81 and 82 on the season will come in to score. The Rangers take a 3-1 lead. Ponson out after 5. 9 hits, 7 earned runs. Bottom 3, same numbers. Bases, Chuck, Jason Giambi. You've got to have a tremendous mustache and a money ball. 18th of the season. The Yanks up 5-3, and as always, a curtain call for Giambi. They love their players there in the city. Bottom 7, Yanks down 7-6. Giambi shoots one left center field gap. Brandon Boggs can't get there to cut it off. Bobby Abreu will touch the dish. A-Rod home as well, and the Yanks retake the lead 8-7. 6 ribbies for Giambi. Later in the frame, Yanks up 12-7. Alex Rodriguez, big blast the other way. His 17th. 535 home runs now. Passes Jimmy Fox for 14th all-time. 1 behind the Mick. 9 runs.
The A's and Angels, we mentioned Joe Saunders earlier among our 10-game winners. He could be the first Halo to at least 12 wins before the All-Star break since Chuck Finley and Mark Langston 17 years ago against Jack Cuss there. Saunders 6 1/3, 2 earned, 5 strikeouts. Keith Folk in for relief or not. In the bottom of the 6th, Casey Kochman rips it down the line. Torrey Hunter comes around to score, and the game was all tied at 3. And the very next batter is Juan Rivera. Juan, where you been? That's your first home run of the season. 2-run shot. Angels take a 5-3 lead. Top 9. Now, the A's have not pinch hit since May 27th. Maybe there's the reason. Derek Barton, Bob Guerin's first pinch hitter in over a month, struck out by Francisco Rodriguez.
The Crew and the Diamondbacks, they split the first 2 games of their series in 900-degree Arizona. Mark Reynolds pinch hit, then came in, played some first base for the first time in his major league career. That's 186 games, and this is how these things happen. Russell Brand fires one right at you, you boot it, and just like that, it's E3, and you got a man on. That's not a good hop right there, but, you know, they say anybody can catch the good ones. Still top 9, Branyan in scoring position with 1 out. Mike Cameron singles to left. Branyan will score. The E comes home. Brewers take the 4-3 lead. Single runs in the 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. Bottom 9, Solomon Torres into close. Runners on 1st and 2nd, and Chris Young. Over to Branyan, steps on 3rd across the diamond. Game is over just like that. Brewers 4-3. Arizona now 42-43. Still in first place.
This is the 2nd time all season. John Van Benskoten He's given up 74 earned runs and 76 and a third in his career. He's from the Cincinnati area, had a rough homecoming. Jay Bruce, that's his second homer of the game. First career multi-home run game for him. Van Benskoten leave the game in the third after giving up 5 earned. He had about 2 dozen friends and family in attendance. Xavier Nady, also a multi-home run game. Pirates a 9-5 winner.
And that rolls us right into SportsCenter's top plays. Number 10, Fred, Brewers Diamondbacks. Joe Dillon rips it deep to center. And watch Chris Young. This kept it a 1-run game going to the home half of the ninth, so the Diamondbacks had a chance. Excellent play by Chris Young. D-backs the loss.
Number 9, the Royals-Orioles. Mark Grudzielanek, the liner to second. And Brian Roberts with the hops. Orioles a winner, 5-2.
Number 8, Phillies-Braves. Adam Eaton singles to left. Gregor Blanco throws out Chris Coast to the plate. Here he comes. There's the seed, and Coast done. Poor catchers. You got to make jokes. They don't run fast enough. Whatever.
Number 7, U.S. Olympic swimming trials. Katie Hopp sets an American record in the 200 freestyle. She broke her own record set in February. 45 minutes later, she sets another American record, winning the 200-meter individual medley. Yeah, safe to say, she made the team.
Everybody now, out of the pool. Let's get to number 6. Blue Jays, Mariners, Miguel Cairo, grounded to the third. Scott Rowland. There are a few better at the hot corner than Scott Rowland stepping on the bag, throwing across for the double play. We take another look because he's Scott Rowland. Blue Jays lose 4-2.
Rangers and Yankees. Rangers pitching had all sorts of problems, but not here. Brett Gardner, the comebacker, Luis Mendoza to end the 4th, and Johnny Damon tries Mendoza on for size, and he makes that grab in the 5th.
Number 4, Wimbledon quarterfinals, Roger Federer against the guy he beat. And look at that. What a beautiful lob over his head. His name's Anchich. He wipes out everybody. 64 straight grass court wins.
Number 3, this is actually my vote for number 1. Wes Helms, fly ball to right center. Roger Bernardina, the tremendous diving catch. The Nationals, though, lost 4-2.
Yeah, I'm going to look ahead to see what number 1 is. 2, Tigers Twins, infielders good.
Chopped back up the middle. Punto dives. His throw to second on the ground is in time. You gotta be kidding me. He rolled it to Casilla. That is one of the best plays you will ever see.
Bowling for outs. Twins win 7-0.
Hey, so that B.J. Upton catch doesn't make top.
Yeah, that's what I mean. What's number 1? This better be phenomenal.
Indians, White Sox. I mean, A.J. Brzezinski, you know, walk off in the rain. They got fireworks.
It's nice.
Almost 4.
I vote for number 3. Freeze it. Padres, Rockies. Michael Barrett, he's the catcher, but when you bat, they'll let you wear the mask. 3rd inning, Padres down 5-1. Ubaldo Jimenez, ouch. Jimenez didn't hit him. Barrett did it to himself. Watch this again. He just crumbles in pain. And he's fighting off that pitch and right off his nose. Goodness. Clearly that's painful. He was down several minutes, but eventually got up, left the field under his own power, taken to a local hospital, believed to have a fractured nose. If that's the worst he got out of it, he's going to get out okay. Bottom 3rd, same numbers, Randy Wolf. Not so good there. 4 innings, 7 earned. That's a 2-run shot by Troy Tulowitzki, his 3rd of the year. Rockies win it by a count of 8-1.